Good morning, everybody. It's time to do it. We are here on a nice Thursday. It's still freezing cold here. Lots of snow on the ground. And I have some, we're going to call this a little bit of braggy news, I guess, this morning. As I've mentioned a bunch of times, I've been losing a bunch of weight, trying to get control of my body, I guess. And over the past 4 months, I've lost 41 pounds, which is awesome. I'm not here to get compliments or anything. It's been a lot of hard work and obviously a huge diet, but it's been rewarding to see that weight fall off. But this sweatshirt I have today is from one of my favorite apparel companies. Actually, let me bring up a browser. I'll show you who they are. Looks like this company named Homage, and they make all sorts of like cool like retro sports and funny t-shirts and whatever. Let's get their turbo offer, which is 15% off. No thanks. Okay. So anyway, they have lots of really cool like pop culture and whatever. And forever, their clothes run a little small. And so because they run a little small and I was running a little big, I was basically wearing a XX in all of their clothing. And even that stuff wasn't tight, but it certainly wasn't loose. And so I was, I didn't love that. And so I've been on this diet and I've lost a bunch of weight. And one of the ways I think you can most tell that you've lost weight is through your clothing. None of my pants fit anymore. Even with a belt, I can't make the belt tight enough because there aren't enough holes even. I'm going to have to punch some holes in my belts. But the thing that I've discovered the most is that I have gone from a double X in this company's clothing to a large. So I've lost 2 entire sizes, which is pretty cool. And so this is an XL sweatshirt, and it's actually kind of big on me, which honestly for me, it's that feels really good. It feels I'm not skinny. I won't even start to claim that I'm skinny, but it starts to feel a lot more like I'm in control of my weight, which is pretty awesome. So I just wanted to share that little nugget with you. I am down, as of this morning, 41 pounds. And I still have, technically I have 13 pounds to go. It's probably going to be more like 18 when we get all into it. So good morning, Father Goblin. Good morning, Karthik and Gold Zulu. Hello, everybody. I want to see Gold Zulu. Does your sound effect play? I feel like I might have to reboot the chatbot, and I didn't do that today. So I'm waiting to see if sound effects play. It doesn't sound like they're going to. Yeah, that's one thing I really don't love about this chatbot is that, like, I wish it would reset all of those counts every time that I start a stream. No sound? You guys have no sound? Yeah, like there's no sound effects coming through, right? But you can hear my microphone. Microphone's working fine, right? No walk-on sound, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chatbot and I'm going to close it for a second. And I'm going to reopen it. And we're going to fire that up. And it's going to, once that's running, then it'll do it. So, like, I guess what I have to do is I have to reboot the chatbot every day. It's kind of annoying. I'd love to just have it running all the time. But anyway, it is up and running again. Great. So now when you guys talk, we'll get our sound effects. But I was really hoping that I didn't have to reboot it each time. Anyway, so this weight journey has been fun and interesting, and it's I feel better. I was looking back here. We can do this too. If I go to my Twitch, go look at like some old videos of mine. Come on. Look at like some old videos of mine. God, please, no. There's Karthik. No. If we go to my channel and go, okay, so let's go to my videos. Where can I do that? Is it because I'm streaming that you won't even let me do that? Okay, we'll go to the video producer then. So let's just roll it back. How far? Well, we can't go back that far. So let's actually do this on YouTube. We'll go to my channel there because I have everything archived. There's Jan. Welcome. If I look at my videos historically on YouTube, let's go back to like August. There it is. So I started doing this in the middle of September. And so if you look at this, hey, Chris. Good morning, Stephen Vore. Kevin Evans. So look at this guy. See if I can find the beginning where my face is. Look at the difference. Just in, like, come on. But he and I have grown to be friends, and just all of the thick. And just look at the neck and the so glad with what this is for my conference, doing. So Trek, anyway, the tech conference we hold here in Columbus. That is it's not until I look at how I used to look that it looks so different to me. I still feel like I have a big chubby face like that, but I don't look like that anymore. So it feels good. How tall are you, Father Goblin? I am, if I stand all the way up, we'll say 5'11". I've never gotten to 6 foot, but 5'11" is where I'm at. And if I stand all the way up, I think I can get my head off the top of the screen too. But yeah, 5'11" is my height. And my weight this morning, 192. So I've got, my goal is to get to 179. That takes me out of the overweight BMI category and gets me into normal. So 179 is my target. That's 13 pounds away. And at that point, then I'll start eating pizzas and stuff again. But my goal is to get to stay under 190 always. I think that's going to be my barrier. If I can get to 179, maybe I try to stay under 180. but I'm realistic. I like cheeseburgers and pizza and chips and beer and all that stuff. So within reason, I think I can do that. But as long as I keep a close eye on my weight, I think I can eat pretty much whatever I want in reasonable quantities. That's been the biggest learning for me in all of this, is reasonable quantities. Instead of just sitting down with a bag of Doritos, I take exactly one serving, 28 grams, put them in a bowl, and I eat those, and I enjoy them, and they're great. When I want some Oreos, I don't eat a whole row out of a package of Oreos anymore. Now, eventually, I will have a serving size is 2 Oreos, which is ridiculous. And who eats 2 Oreos? But I can still have those things. I just need to have them less. Anyway, so yeah, 192. It's been a lot of work, Chris. I started this at 235. 231, 233 technically is the number that I'm using, 233. But anyway, that's been my fun little weight journey. So that's what's going on there. I would love to get into what we're going to work on today, which is our database. And I've added a few new issues. Our issue list is getting long, which is cool. I want to have things to work on. And one of the things that I actually just changed this morning was we've talked about how when we have multiple asynchronous calls in our code, that we should make them all at the same time. We shouldn't let them stack up and call each other individually. And so I wrote one version of that this morning here as I was standing waiting to start this session, and I tested it and it works. But basically what I'm doing is defining my 3 variables, and then I have 3 individual calls that I'm making asynchronously, session count, answer count, correct count. What this means is that now I don't have to do this for each one. And what that also allows me to do is make all 3 of those calls because they're not dependent on each other at the same time. So I make one call in this promise.all that calls all of my asynchronous functions basically at the same time, waits for all of them to get a response back. And once they all get their responses back, then we move on. But it's cool because we can parallelize this stuff instead of calling them sequentially, which takes a lot longer. So I have a format. This is all working really nicely. And this will be what we use going forward. So there's lots of places in the code right now where we have multiple async calls that are just happening everywhere. Another good example of this is these, right? I have an action query, I have a get random speech, and I have a put category instance. All of those technically are independent of one another. I don't need any of one to fulfill the other, so I should do them all at the same time. So as I identify those, and I'm not going to work on this one right now, but as I identify those, we're going to change those out for something that looks more like this, so that we are being more efficient with our time. Because I've noticed that my response times are getting a little lengthier than I'd like, and I don't want to introduce a bunch of. We can get rid of this too. I don't want to introduce a bunch of delays when it's not really necessary. So the things that I said I was going to work on today are a couple more achievements. We had some achievements in here, and then I thought maybe we could play with moving our our sound effects into the database. But let's take a little bit of time to think about what other achievements we have. So we have this anniversary of your first play date. I'm not too worried about this one yet. Number of unique days played. This is also going to require some work. But I thought maybe we could do something like this, like what achievements have I completed, or what was my last achievement? I thought we had that in here. Yeah, what was my last achievement? So that would be pretty easy to do. And we could probably give them like their last 5, so that we're at least giving them some amount of achievements. But if we have hundreds of achievements in the system, I don't think there's any reasonable way that we could say, here are all of the achievements you've done. We just can't speak that much content. So I think what I probably will do with the achievements is I will bring back a list. Actually, we could probably do this another way. If I look at this in here, I have session count, question count, answer count, correct count. Do we already have the data in here? We have achievement. So if I look at the user achievement table, I have 1. So what we could do here is create a new value that I'll have to make sure I add to my user query. Let's do this achievement count. This will be easier than having to pull out the whole list. We can, because that list could get lengthy. It could be more than 100, and that is one limitation we have with Airtable, is you can't pull back more than 100 records at a time. I can make multiple calls and like paginate through, But generally, I can't make more than 100. I can't get more than 100 rows at a time. So what I want to do here is a count, and I want to count the number of records in user achievement. That should do it. I should have one. There we go. So I have one record here in the achievement count. Is that going to burn me? No, it's not going to burn me. Okay, I was wondering if, like, what if they ask about their achievements and they get an achievement as part of it? But that's not something I'm going to do. And if they've just gotten an achievement, that's great. Then they ask what the achievement is or what their most recent ones are. And at that point, the database is updated, and I can bring all that data back. I'll get a new user record every time. I think that's good. Okay, so we have achievement count. We have a new thing that we need to go into get user by user ID. This is called achievement count. Again, I hate having to do this. But there's my my record that I will need. Oh, you know what? Let's jump back here for a second. I have other exciting news. I think I've talked to you guys about this briefly. This is a new model of Jeep Wrangler that's coming out. It was supposed to be out in December. They didn't hit that date. No reasons or anything, but they didn't hit that date. And so I ordered one of these in early November, probably like right after Halloween. And you can see that they don't have a lot of pictures of them yet, but like the tow hooks on here are this kind of cool blue, and they have some decals and stuff on them that indicate that they are electric, because it is a electric Jeep. And so because of that, you can drive what they say about 50 miles on electric, and then it's a hybrid, so it also has a tank of gas. So I have ordered one of these, but I ordered it in a color that is already no longer available. And so let me see if I can find. Can we do a build and price? I want to show you guys what I ordered. Sahara 4xe. Let's see if they still have the color I want. Yeah, so I went with this blue, and they have orange now. Are you kidding me? No, that's the nacho. I don't like the nacho orange. Okay, so that's fine. But I got it in what they call Chief Blue. This is what I got, but we gotta change some things. We gotta tops. We went with this one, so it's gonna look like that. Oh, it's gonna look so good. Anyway, that is the vehicle that will be coming soon. Although I noticed they're not showing the 4xe version. This is the 4xe, but like the tow hooks and stuff aren't blue. That's supposed to be part of the whole thing with this. Well, anyway, that is the color blue that I've got. So this one definitely does plug in. So I have a charger that I just installed in my garage. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do here. Before Major Lift gets here, I just realized I forgot something. Let's fix that. I just realized that I had not changed my category. Anyway, that's the vehicle that I'm going to be picking up here. Is this kind of bright blue? It's called Chief Blue. It's kind of like an official Jeep color, but that's what it's going to look like. I'm pretty excited about this. But anyway, it should be here soon. So that's my hope. Man, that really looks like an orange I could get behind. Their nacho orange is a little too yellowy for me, but I almost feel like I wish I'd gotten the orange now. Oh well, it is what it is. Integrated off-road camera. That sounds awesome. Anyway, enough about the car and the clothing and the weight loss and everything else. Let's get back to some code. So we have our achievement count of 1. We now have that in our data record. So we should be our user record. So we should be able to pretty easily add a new function that is get achievement count. Yeah, I'm all about the orange startup for sure. That's orange is my color. session count. Yeah, we'll use this one. Save as. We're going to call this achievement count. Did I spell that wrong? I feel like I just typoed my way into that. I did. Rename. Okay. Achievement count is the name of my file. This needs to become achievement count, session count. This is getting kind of meta right now. Now we're giving an achievement for achievements, but we'll say 5, 10, 25, 50, and 100. And these are going to be achievement like that. We at least won't give you anything early. We'll wait until you at least get 5 achievements, that's something. So that's achievement count. We need to add that to our record here. Achievement count is going to be first. And then up here, const achievement count equals require achievement count. Great. So that should all work. The other thing we need to do is add to our achievements list. Achievement 5 equals achievement 5. And we can do that here. 10, 25, 50, and 100. And we got to do that one more time down here. Those are there. And then the last piece, of course, is to write some speech for these. So if we go to our achievement table, we need to add some other achievements, and these are going to be like this, maybe without a comma. 100. You just completed your 100th achievement. Congratulations. Okay, and that needs to be NUS. Great. And then we're just going to duplicate this record a few times. And then this one will be 5, 10, 25, and 50. Okay. So I don't want to say just. I just got to stop saying just. Why are you sorting them? Stop it. Okay. You completed your 5th completed your 10th. Let's mix it up a little bit. That was your 25th achievement. You have now completed 50 different achievements. All right, so we have our achievements in the database. All of that is good and working. We could test this. We would just need to have already finished 5 achievements. So let's look at our user achievement table. We have 1 right now. So let's come in and give ourselves some others. That's my user. Different achievement is going to be correct answer is 1. That's a different one. And we'll do a correct answer is 5. and a correct answer is 10 or whatever. That's 4. So we give ourselves an achievement for the 5th one. So we'll hold on to that. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Because in my code, when we come to get achievement speech, where do I get achievement array? Oh yeah, I guess I can do that. I don't even need to make another call because I'm technically populating the achievement array here. And then I could just say if I could probably do this inside here. If achievement length, even if achievement array.length is greater than 0, that means I already have some achievements to award the user. No, I can't do that. I have to do it. I have to do this a different way. I think I need to do this the same. I can probably do it right here. Why are we so broken? Stop. If achievement count exists, which it should exist, achievement array dot push but I'm yeah, so I need to dive into this. Yeah, this is the same as everything else. I don't know why I'm confusing this in my head. We need to think about, well, I already did all this, right? So we have achievement count. So all I need to do here is say achievement count. And then we're going to bump this down. And then right here, we should be able to just do another achievement count. In this, we're going to pass in user.fields.achievement count. This one gets weird, though. I feel like there's some weird possibilities to this. And those weird possibilities are, well, maybe not. Maybe not. If you wouldn't get a 5th achievement so you only have 4 achievements. You can't get you have 5 achievements until you have another achievement, until you have that 5th one. And so there's never a time where the count of this achievement should matter. That's the thing that I was getting hung up on. So this is going to become achievement count here. I think that'll just work. So we should be able to say, hey, you just got another achievement. Congratulations. And then we're going to tack on this one because you just got your 5th achievement. That works for me. So let's look at our data. This would really, I gotta add a lookup field to this. All right, yeah, lookup. I want achievement. I just want to know what these are. So we'll just use the code just so I can see what they are. So session, 2 sessions, and then the correct answers. So I don't have any achievements right now for questions answered 1. You completed your first question. I don't have that achievement right now. So just answering any question, right or wrong, should trigger an achievement, which would give me my 5th achievement. And that's where it's going to fall apart. This is the first situation in which I can't have a case statement. I'm going to have to rethink that. Because I also don't want to miss it. So this achievement count is going to have to be done differently. If count is greater than or equal to 5, that's also going to be weird. We're going to have to do these in opposite order. Okay, so if count is equal, if count, the count of achievements I have, is greater than or equal to 100, then we can do this. And then I think we can just kind of pattern this. But there's so many possibilities in which they could exceed the number because I got 2 achievements at the same time. And if we skip over that exact number, then it wouldn't hit with a case. So we really want to say this is going to be 50. This is going to be 25. This is going to be 10. And this is going to be 5. So the way this will work is we will have these 5 if statements and then return undefined if none of them hit. Gotta fix these 2. So I'm only going to do one of these, right? But I'm going to do the one that I hit first. So it's going to be 100, 50, 25, 10, or 5. It is highly unlikely, almost impossible. It's impossible right now for sure, that you could get more than one of these at a time. So because we have these achievements and we do them in the opposite order, if it's over 100, then we're going to do this and we're good. We don't need to do the 51. But if it's not over 100, then we're going to get to the next one. If it's not over 50, we're going to get to the next one. The suck part is that most users are going to have to jump through all 5 of these if statements, which, again, is not a huge lift, but it's still a lift. Okay, so my achievement count's going to work like that. But the thing that I need to do here is that I have an existing achievement account, but then I also have the other achievements that I just got potentially. And I don't know what those achievements are. Because I don't know at this point whether or not they actually have that achievement. Like if I look at session count, get specific achievement here is calling out, and it's getting the achievement with the code and the find. So and the locale. So the problem that I'm going to run into here is that I'm returning any achievement you've ever gotten with this get specific achievement. What I really want it to do is only return an achievement if I don't already have it. Let's look at our data really quick, because this will make our lives a lot easier if we solve this problem. I don't really care about achievements you've been awarded already. I mean, I have other reasons that I'll go query for that. But when I'm trying to determine achievements you just unlocked, I shouldn't be returning anything you could ever have unlocked. So what I want to do is when I call get specific achievement, I am calling into the achievement table. Well, achievement table. So if we look at our achievement table, in here, I have a user achievement record. The problem is I don't know what that means. I don't have any context for that. But in my user record, we can look at that here. Open Jeff's trivia game. Am I even running? Yeah.
Welcome to TKO Trivia. What should we do this time?
What I have in my user record is my Alexa user ID. This is the unique identifier from Alexa. I have my record ID. This is the record ID of the user. I wonder if I could just make my life easier by doing that. So in the achievement, I have user achievement, but I could also do a lookup for user achievement with user. And this user ID, BXGC, is my user ID here. So that would tell me, as I'm doing this, we have to go to Airtable API reference. No, it's called formula. This is the thing that I want. And what I need to do is figure out how to say, and this thing isn't there. Let's see. What I want to say is I'm going to give it a value. String to find, where to search. That could work. Is that what I'm using already for something else? I have find. What does find do? Finds an occurrence of a string to find in where to search. Start position is 0 by default. If no occurrence is found, the result will be 0. So let's use our syntax for find on that new field that let's remember our commas on this new field that we just created in our achievement table we're going to call this user. So in my user field in that table, we're going to say user how does that work? Where are my equivalency functions, logical operators? Is that what I want? Doesn't equal is equal to is just one single equal sign. Okay, that's the thing that I needed to check. So it feels like find user ID. I probably don't have, so we'll have to get it. Find user ID in user, and if that returns 0, then the user doesn't have that achievement. This might work, everybody. This might be pretty cool. Let's think about our next steps. Get specific achievement is called in here a bunch of times. No, it's called in the individual files. So like achievement count, get specific achievement. So in here, I only have count and locale. Get achievement speech is where I pass in count and locale, but here I have user. So what if we just change these and I just pass in user, and then I can grab the individual values out that I want. User. Definitely shortens my signatures. User, 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 user. And then in achievement count, instead of count, now this is going to be user. And then I need to set up a variable, count equals user.fields. This is achievement count. Okay. And we have to do that for each of these. So I'll just take this. Count. Same idea. This is going to become count. This is going to become user. Correct count. Nope. This becomes user. This becomes correct count. And then finally, session count. Okay, and this becomes user. That all feels like it's okay. Get specific achievement has its value there, where I'm looking for user ID, so I need to pass that through. Code, user ID, and locale. Then here, when we call those individual things, user is what we pass in. So if we look at achievement count, this now needs achievements. It needs, we'll get our user ID too. Const user ID equals user.fields.record ID. Okay. That means that now here, all we need to do is pass in a user ID. Okay, that's achievement count. That's answer count. That's correct count. And session count. We clearly have not cleaned all of our case statements up, so let's do that too. Just because it's going to annoy me now. Did I do it in the other ones? No, I still did a default. Okay, we'll do it like that then. Just for consistency. And then correct count gets the same treatment. Okay, those all look so much nicer now. Session count, correct count, answer count, and correct count has user ID. Session count does not yet. So let's do that. Whoa. User ID. Okay, so we're now passing user ID pass through all of this. This achievement speech passes user and locale. Session, so then we call session count as an example. User and locale is here. Then we get our count and our user ID. And we call get specific achievement where we pass in our code, our user ID, and our locale. And we do that for all of these. User ID, locale, user ID, locale, user ID, locale. And that's defined in each one of them. Cool. All right. I think this will get me what I want. The last thing that I want to check here is, let's take a look at what is actually in achievement array. What we should see is that we're only getting achievements now that I don't already have. That's how it should work. So if I look at user achievement, I have these 4. So I shouldn't get any of these, even though correct answers. What's my correct answer count? correct? Okay, so I shouldn't even though I've achieved that achievement and my count is greater than that, I shouldn't receive any of these. It wouldn't care about that anyway. But I just want to make sure that we're not bringing back achievements that shouldn't be there. Okay, so let's give it a stroll. Give me a nature questions. First, let's make sure we didn't break anything.
This is a fun nature question for you. Phew. You got that one right. The answer was cardinal. The cardinal is the state bird of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia, and North Carolina. What would you like to do now?
So I must have gotten an achievement array length of 0, which is great. So what the problem I was trying to solve for, where we finally find ourselves, is that now for achievement account, this is my achievement array. Like I want to go get the achievements from here. But achievement count, that's where I'm going to have to do it. So this one actually is dependent on the others. I need them to return their records first. Let me show you why. So we're going to, this needs to be the last check. Okay, so we're going to do const achievement count equals await achievement count. But before that, we need to do user.fields.achievement count plus equals the length of the new array. We just added 2 new achievements. Then we need to add that to our total number of achievements that the user has and use that as the value that gets passed through when we verify whether or not they got an achievement. So when we think back to our data, we have 4 achievements right now. User achievement, I have 4 achievements. So what I want to do is just ask a question. That should give me the achievement that is question answered 1. We should unlock that one. That should be my 5th. So it should not only give me that achievement, but it should also give me the, hey, you've gotten 5 achievements now. That should happen here. So this allows us to increment based on questions being asked. And it's weird. Didn't I just do a question though? Question count is 4. So question count 5 is actually the one we're going to get. Question answered 5. Is that right? User question answered 4. Yeah, so this is the moment that we should get both of those. So let's make sure this is all fresh and new. And here we go. Give me a question.
This is a fun science question for you. What is the word for the tendency of objects to remain in motion or to stay at rest?
We'll say gravity. We know that's not right, but I want to get this question wrong. Let's hear some achievements.
Bummer.
Yes.
That answer is not correct.
Come on, get it.
The answer was inertia. You just unlocked 2 achievements. You completed your 5th trivia question. You completed your 5th achievement. What should we do next?
Yes.
You can say give me a random question or start today's game.
Okay, so we were able to recognize that they got an achievement, your 5th trivia question, and you completed your 5th achievement. Now, it doesn't matter that technically you have 6 achievements now. It's just that you completed your 5th one. So that's pretty awesome. if I look at my achievement table now, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My user achievement count is 6. That is so cool. Okay, so now I can give you achievements for achievements. Very meta. Oh, the energy just picked up. I like that. Okay, so we are now giving achievements for session count, question count, answer count. Well, not question count. Correct count and achievement count. We will revisit achievements, but I don't want to spend any more time building achievements this morning. But we can, as you guys think of them too, and this is an open invitation, there is a GitHub repo with issues. If you guys think of things that should be in here, or you're like, man, that would be a great idea. I mean, give it a label, right? You could give it a label like enhancement, or maybe we'll come up with another one that is, let's see if I can, how can I add a new label? Can I, if I just say like request, do I have to, I really want to just create a new label, please. Label. Well, okay. Well, you guys can label them however you'd like. But if you have ideas as you see this and you're like, oh, I wish you would do that, drop it in there. Like, let's do it. I want to be able to see the kinds of thoughts and features that I'm not thinking of. And I know we don't always cover them in chat. So if there's a way you guys can let me know, let me know. We'll do it. Okay. The other piece of this that I really wanted to focus on is in my speech table. I have all this random speech for stuff. And what I want to do is move my sound effects in here too. So we're going to spend a little time looking for sound effects. I know there should certainly be one in the, let's close all our files. Let's go into the answer intent. This has a bunch of sound effects. So we're going to use audio as our search. Let's see what we come up with. So we have 3 files that refer to this. So we'll start with get achievement speech. And this is our sound effect for a positive response. So we're going to take this audio clip in all of its glory, and we're going to drop this in here. And we're using that as the achievement sound. So we'll label them all as sounds. Sound achievement. We're just going to drop that audio in there like that. Then we're going to do the same thing in here, because now we need to basically get random speech. So this piece can go away. We can even loop this in here. We'll do it. What did I call that? Achievement sound. Okay, we'll add that to the beginning. Achievement sound. And then in here, we just need to say, yeah, see, I've got other speech in here as well, so I'm going to need to do this. So we need to bring in const get random speech. And then right here, we're just going to say get random speech. Okay. Get random speech is going to be the thing. In here, we need the speech types too. Okay. Okay, we can do that. Const speech types equals require speech types. Here's all my speech types. So let's go look at speech types, because we got to add this in there. We had right here sound achievement. Okay. Sound achievement is in there. And it's automatically added to my database, right? Speech types, sound achievement's already there. Great. So that all looks great in the data side. On the get achievement speech, we have to call this. So it's going to be speech types dot this. And we need our locale, which we have. Great. So that gets me my achievement sound. And where does achievement sound come in? Achievement sound. Right here. I think you're lying to me. Achievement, do I declare it again? Achievement sound is right here. So how can you say that it's declared but value is never read? I feel like you're lying to me. Try that again. I don't love that. I don't love that. Why is that happening? Achievement sound is right. Oh, no, I have everything I need there. All right, let's just give it a go. Because this happens no matter what. So if I just ask another question, give me a nature question.
Here is a question from the nature category. How many adult people?
Don't error. Don't error.
Ouch. That answer is not correct. The answer was 32. Adult humans have 32 teeth. Children, before losing their baby teeth, have only 20. What should we do this time?
So negative response is also in there. We should probably. Well, that's not actually in here. We got the one piece that we needed for this, but we didn't get any achievements. And I feel like that's just going to fail. Like there must be something I'm doing wrong here for it to think that achievement sound is being declared but not used because I have it as a lowercase. Lowercase. Okay. How about that? Okay. Found it. I like when I can find it without the debugger finding it for me. Okay. Feeling better about that. All right, let's go look at our other files. Answer intent has this sound. This is the negative response. Copy that into the data. Sound wrong answer. My wrong answer sound, or whatever it is. That's all I need to do in the database. On the code side, we need to open up speech types and say sound wrong answer. And then in here, we should be able to just say await data dot get random speech data dot speech types dot sound wrong answer, and we grab our helper function. Okay. That gets me my negative sound. I still have this speech that's in here. That needs to be fixed too. And then we have our correct answer. So we'll do this one also. Let's take that. This is sound. So, yeah, US. Okay. Achievement, wrong answer, correct answer. That's great. Back to our speech types. We need a sound, correct answer. Okay, speech type is good. Answer intent now needs to make a call. I could do this mostly, but with a correct answer. Okay. Let's see what I broke. This is a good test of whether that system is efficient for me. Sports question, please.
Here is a question from the sports and games category.
Correct answer? Nice.
Righto. You got that one right. The answer was Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders, also known as Primetime, played in the 1992 World Series with the Atlanta Braves, Super Bowl 29 with the San Francisco 49ers, and Super Bowl 30 with the Dallas Cowboys. What should we do next?
Interesting. I was wondering if those were the same years. He played in the 92 World Series with the Braves and the 1995 and 1996 Super Bowls with the Atlanta Falcons. Or no, with the San Francisco 49ers. My bad. Dallas Cowboys was 30. So he got traded and then went to the Super Bowl again. That's pretty cool. Okay. That speech stuff is working well. So I keep doing this. I keep sliding in little bits like this that can't live there permanently. So I guess we have to have what do we want to call that? Down here we have speech cons. We have, you got that one right. But I want, not correct answer. I want, what do I call this? Answer reveal. Yeah, answer reveal, we'll call it. And it's going to be things like, seeing here in the code, which is the answer was, and then I'm gonna have to replace a value here. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna flip you guys over to some music just for a second. Be right back. All right, sorry about that, everybody. I had a phone call that I had to take, and so we had to go. We had to go do that. All right, let's get back to it. So we were thinking about this. The answer was, and how we wanted to handle that. And I think that's a good first example. So we'll take that and we'll go back to the data and think about answer reveal. The answer was, and then we just need like answer. So that's a good one, but we probably should want to write some other ones. Answer. This is some of my favorite part of building for Alexa is writing all the different ways that you can say something. The correct answer to that question was answer. Okay, so I've got 3 varieties there. Now what we need to do is in our code, we have this answer reveal. I need to first define that as a speech type. So answer reveal. Like that. And down here, like so. And then in our answer intent, we need to do one of these parentheses replace deals. So inside our parentheses, we're going to say await data dot get random speech data dot speech types dot answer reveal. We need our locale. I feel like anymore getting tired of this helper function. I feel like I'm better off just doing const locale equals that. And then I use locale everywhere. It'll shorten everything up too. Okay, so that gets me my await out to here, and then I need to do this piece. We're going to replace answer with this. And all of this can go away. That's my answer note. So that was the beginning of my answer note. And then if there's more answer note, we add it on here at the end. So we are definitely going to have to bunch all these up at some point to make all these calls, because these are being done consecutively right now rather than simultaneously. All right, so let's see if that one works. Get random speech for answer reveal. Doesn't matter the question. Whether I get it right or wrong, it'll tell me what the right answer was.
Here is a question from the nature category. Way to go. You got that one right. The answer was armadillo. What would you like to do now? You can start today's game, or ask for a trivia question.
So you got that one right. The answer was armadillo. That's cool. So let's do one more. I want to hear something different. Give me something different, random.
This is a fun nature question for you. Bravo. You got that one right. The answer is clownfish. What would you like to do now?
I'm not getting...
You can start today's game, or ask for a trivia question.
Oh, that makes sense. Because this answer note line here, only in the wrong answers, and I'm giving it right answers. But if we bring this down here like this, answer note this one, this is for the correct answer. We can do a quick tweak on our data. Okay, so now it should give me a different response for a right answer. Sports.
I picked a tricky sports and games question this time. Taking place each year in April, what is the...
Something different what the answer is.
Yowza. You got that one right. The answer was the Masters. It is a tradition unlike any... I picked a tricky nature question this time.
Still saying the answer was every time. I want to hear one of the other ones.
Oh snap. You got that one right.
Come on.
The answer was foxes. What would you like to do now? I picked a tricky nature question this time.
I just want to hear some random speech.
Wowza. You got that one right. Cardinal was the correct answer.
There we go.
The cardinal is the state bird of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, Virginia, and North Carolina. What should we do next?
So we can always add more of these, but these are the three ways that it'll tell us what the right answer is. That's the answer reveal statement. But we have a bunch of other speech just hidden in here for no good reason, like this one. I heard you say wrong spoken words, but I'm not sure what you want me to do. Okay. This is going to be answer confused? Because this is basically you answered a question, but I don't know why. You weren't asked a question. I heard you say wrong words. I'm not sure what you want me to do. Okay. I'm not sure what to do. You said wrong words. And that's not something I expected. 2 is good, 2 is fine. Answer confused. Speech types. And then in here, we just need to say wait data.get random speech data.speech types dot answer confused locale dot replace wrong words Replace those wrong words with this. Okay, so now I need to answer a question that hasn't been asked and see what we get there. We should get one of our responses that works. So let's just say cardinal.
I'm not sure what to do. You said cardinal, and that's not something I expected. What should we do next?
Nice. Okay, that's pretty good. We're clearing out speech. Is there any other speech in here? I don't see any. Don't see any in answer intent. That's good. Where else do we have audio? That's fine. I can skip that. Sound effect. This is going to be my 15-second timer. Do I really need to pull that out? I don't think that I do. One of the thoughts that I had, and the reason that I want to move the audio to my database, is because I considered the fact that I might want to have different, like a random set of different noises. Stephen Vore, somehow I missed your question. Aren't all science questions fun? Of course they are. Of course they are. These are pretty static, though. Like, this is just my timer. Maybe I would have multiple timers, but I don't think so. So maybe that's enough. What I should do, though, is go through my intents and make sure that I don't have other speech just hanging out. Answer intent looks clean. I don't see any speech in there. Cancel intent is just returning the stop intent. That's great. Category full list intent. No speech. Good. Category list. No speech. Error handler. No speech. Help intent. Has speech, but we haven't started building help, so that's okay. Launch request. No speech, but we do have 3 of those. Those are all independent of each other. We could do what we did in the get achievement speech, where we do this. Let's take this whole chunk. Think about how we want to apply that to category. No. Launch request. So right here, I'm going to drop this. What we want is achievement speech. We want welcome. We want an action query. In there, I'm going to murder my dog. Can you guys hear her? I'm not actually going to murder my dog, but she's barking obnoxiously for no reason. Final one here. And then these don't need to exist. Now we're awaiting all 3 of those at the same time, which should improve our response time dramatically. These don't depend on each other, I don't think. No. Cool. So that's great. So now we have our launch request kind of all locked up. Question intent has a bunch of these too. I'm not ready for that yet. No speech there. Repeat intent, no speech. Specific question intent, no speech. Stop intent, no speech. This is looking good. So the only one that really has speech right now is help. And we're okay with that. But that's just my intents. If we look at our data, do we have any? No, that's not going to have anything. Award achievement, no. Get achievement. These are just data calls. They shouldn't have any speech. Oh, I did find some. Get achievement speech. Okay, we'll do these last two, and then I think I'm going to have to wrap up for today. So let's take you just unlocked an achievement and put that over here. You just unlocked an achievement. ENUS. Okay, so that's one. We could do another one. We'll say you just achieved an achievement achieved an achievement. We'll use that. That's a little funny. Achievement unlocked. You achievement unlocked. There's two of those. So now we come back to our speech and we say, hey, we want to get something more specific here. So now this is an await statement. Await data dot get no. I have access to data, do I? But I do have get random speech already. Cool. I just want get random speech. And this is going to be speech types dot. I haven't created this one yet, but it's achievement unlocked and locale. So I need to add that speech type in here somewhere. Achievement gets to be first. Okay, and then last step on that is bring it down here. Okay, so that gets me my achievement unlock speech. I'm not doing anything fancy with that. The last one is a little more complicated because it's got the replace. But for this one, we just want to take something like this and back into the database. We want to say, this is a little confusing, but hopefully it'll make sense. Achievements unlocked. The difference, of course, is that achievements has multiple. You just unlocked whatever achievements. Whoa. Okay, you just unlocked achievements, and then we also want to do you just completed count achievements. Here too for the regular. Just completed. And I think we could try this. Let's see how it sounds, but count achievements unlocked. Oh, that's not what I meant. Count achievements unlocked. Okay, so I have my speech. I have my achievements and whatever unlocked. Let's do a little sort on speech type. Great. And so I have my achievement and achievements unlocked where I'm passing in count. Okay, last step. Last step is to make one of these inside parentheses. Not replace. We're going to say count. I have absolutely no, oh, it's new achievement count. That was the value. Okay, so this just needs to be achievements unlocked in here as well. Then down here, achievements unlocked. Cool. So we replace the number when there is a number. Otherwise, we just say you unlocked an achievement or something, and all the speech from that file is gone. That's fun. Get achievement, get category list. Nope. Get random question, no speech. Get random speech, better not have any speech. Get specific achievement. All these gets are pretty much safe. Put, yeah, these are all data calls. Update question, yeah, these are all good. And then helper. Get locale, get random item ready. We cleared out all of our speech. Achievement count. Starting to want to do this for all of them, though, to solve this problem. But realistically, I'm only going to hit in the best case and 5 of these in the worst case. But this then allows me to add new achievements, and you could retroactively get them. No, I think that'll just be gross. So for most of my achievement stuff, it looks like this. When you get your first one, you get an achievement. That's pretty much it. Questions answered. We need to blow these out a little bit. 25, 50, 100. $200, not 200. 25, 50. Think, Jeff, think. Okay, 25, 50, 100. In our achievements list, we need to add that. So 5, 10, 25. This one needs some love. 25, 50, 100. I didn't do it there either. 25, 50, 100. 25, 50, 100. and 100. Okay. So I think the only other piece missing from achievements is to put them in the database. So we need this is the last place it needs to go. Correct answers 5. Correct answers 3. Correct answers 100. So this becomes 25. This becomes 50. This becomes 100. 25, 50, 100, 25, 50, 100. And then we just need to, that was your 25th question. You just completed your 50th question in TKO trivia. That was your 100th question. Wow. Okay. All right. That was your 10th correct answer. That was your 25th correct answer in TKO. You have officially answered 50 questions correctly. And that was 100. You have $100 questions. Okay. Those are fun. We've added those to our code. We've added those to our achievement file. We've added that to answer count. We should do it for correct count also. This becomes 25 and 50. 100. These become 25, 50, and 100. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. The last one is session count. I still only have that at 25, but that's a harder one to get, so we can wait on adding more to that for now. All right. It's 11:33. We have made some really good progress today with very few bugs, which is always good. And I think it's time to wrap some things up. So let's go take a look at a raid. See what we've got out there today. C# Fritz is still rolling, man. He started before I did today. Let's go knock on his door and see what he's doing. All right. Thank you guys all for tuning in today. It's always fun. Good to have a conversation with y'all. And we'll see you not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be on the Code It live stream. So make sure you tune in over there tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Otherwise, it's been a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.